New Jersey. And then he was by a farmer and he didn't like it. And then he got my address because my grandfather and my sister, she was married and she was still over there in camp, you know.
Uh-huh.
And then he did write to his parents and ask for my address.
Were you married at this time or no?
No.
No, okay.
Where was that camp?
By Innsbruck.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Yeah. And one evening we was coming from the farmer, me and my Barbara, my sister, we washed the dishes all the time and kept the house, you know. And I come home, it was dark. We had our own house, maybe a block away in a field. There was corn on that side and there was no bathroom in the house, you know. And somebody knocks on the door. I open the door, it is my husband.
Wow.
And then then he stayed with you?
He stayed for a couple days and then we went to the priest, you know, they want to get married. And my father, we was, you know, one day he left. He went to he didn't say where he goes, you know. And he did come back and then he called a farmer, he talked Czechoslovakian, and my father, he could talk Czechoslovakian. He said, me and my father and my sister-in-law, we have to go to St. Louis, meet him, you know. So a couple days later, we went to St. Louis to the bishop. And the bishop didn't let me get married. They had a woman, a Dolmetscher, she talked German, you know. And my father was so mad, you know, because he did come to the United States because of me, you know. He left his parents over there. And so he said, well, you know what? I go back to New Jersey, on the chicken farm where he was. And my uncle and auntie that come from Milwaukee over there. They was long time here already. And they did give us a wedding present already and everything, you know. And I couldn't get married. And the other farmer, there was brother-in-laws, you know, and they had two daughters. They was so nice, and he could talk German perfect. And his son was married, and she did give me her dress, a white dress to put on. But I couldn't get married.
Why? Do you know?
Huh?
Do you know why?
I don't know.
You never found out?
He did bring a letter from bishop and gave it to the priest. And the priest was an old guy. He was talking German.
Yeah.
Oh, he was have a mass German too, you know.
Sure.
And he said he cannot marry us. So he left. And then he sent, because I did give my money to him, what we got from the wedding, you know. And I didn't get paid yet, nothing from the farmer. And then he sent money, and then I went alone. You know, on the bus, the priest that write a slip to the bus driver to St. Louis, you know. When I did come, he should give me a taxi and take me to the depot.
Really?
Yeah. So he took me to the depot, the taxi. Now I went by myself a ticket, you know. Now I walked where to go. And you cannot talk and you don't know where to go.
Wow.
And there was a woman. She was watching on the young ones and she asked, you know, where I'm going. And I said Philadelphia, you know, because his cousin was waiting in Philadelphia. I had to get out in Philadelphia anyhow. He did come, his cousin picked me up over there, because I had to take another bus go where my husband was.
Oh, in New Jersey?
Yeah. And so the woman said, where I'm going. So I told her, give her the ticket, and she says, okay. She put me in the train and there was a black woman next to me sitting. And here comes a soldier, you know.
Uh-oh.
Here comes a soldier. He said to the black woman, oh, she wants to trade a seat. He will sit next to me.
Okay.
And she said, it's okay, because she was sitting behind me, you know. But that man, he never was by me sitting there. I didn't see him one time he did come brought me a sandwich. I never saw him. And he took my suitcase in Philadelphia down, out there. He was so nice. He went to New York.
Oh,
Yeah,
So what year was that? Maybe
1951.
that's still
51.
51.
Wow.
So we got married over there.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Talking Croatian. And my father-in-law that he started yelling, how you talking again?
So, how old are you now?
I'm 80.
And you know 3 languages?
Yeah. 80 years old.
I only know one.
Croatian,
German.
German, English.
Yeah.
So you don't know anything Polish?
No, I cannot understand Russia.
You can?
Lots of, they got lots of words.
Similar to Croatian?
Yeah, uh-huh. And the Polacks too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Similar.
when you say Polacks, who are you talking about?
Polish.
Oh, I never heard the word Polacks before.
Yeah, past they said Polacks.
Where was that?
In Yugoslavia, they
Yeah.
say Polacks.
Yeah, oh, okay.
He's teasing you.
And that other one, the Serbians, they had 3 names. Serbians, Vlaji, yeah, and what for the other one? I don't even know what Mary calls them.
So your parents called the Polish people Polacks.
Well, everybody.
Oh,
called
everybody.
Polish,
Everybody
but
on- everybody on
but
the block?
They didn't say Polacks. They said Polish, yeah. Poland,
Yeah.
Poland.
You ever hear of Prussia?
no.
So,
And it was in different camp first in Kufstein too, There was Serbs, there was Latvians, there was Hungarian, and there was all kind of Romanian, Hungarian, all, oh, there was a trouble. There was fighting there,
there was multiple places at the same camp. And what was the camp's name?
There was calling Kufstein.
Kufstein.
It was too in Tyrol, yeah.
So what language is that?
But, like German.
Okay.
Yeah, German. And then they took, see that Serbians and the Polacks didn't get packages from the United States, But us German, we didn't get nothing.
Yeah.
So they took us from that other camp, the Polacks, and that they brought them back to here, and us German over there. And we were so happy, It was so nice, that camp there. We had flowers there and little gardens made, and we had a church there, we had an ambulance there, we had a dentist there, and
Okay.
yeah. And then we went to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were able to plant your own flowers and stuff just for fun? Or?
Yeah.
And for,
Yeah.
So where did you get the seeds and stuff?
I worked in the greenhouse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I worked in greenhouse.
So you could just take
I
them
brought
out?
some plants home from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you brought some plants. When you say
Flower.
home, where was home?
In camp.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
she wasn't in the camp when it was
No, I understand that. But-
you were in the camps afterwards, right?
Yeah.
After.
Yeah. We did come to Tyrol in 1945.
Right.
Yeah. And when the war was over, we was in a school. First we was in the train. They didn't know where to put us. We was on the station in a train for 2 weeks.
Had you lost your house? Like your parents lost their house and everything?
Yeah,
Okay.
everything. And there we was in the aeroplanes. The war was not over, and he was coming, and we ran. You don't know.
Oh, you don't know,
that they
right? The
shoot-
bombing,
They
yeah.
were shooting on the trains,
Wow.
and so they put us in the school. There we was on the floor, sleeping on
Wow.
the floor. Put us in the camp in that where the all mixed up thing was.
So how did you guys end up in the camp again? Because it things are going on. And
Because they didn't know where to put us. They couldn't send us home because they threw us out from over there. Yeah.
so
Who's they?
who's they, and when did they come in?
The Tito,
Tito.
the communist.
Oh, the communists.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
So how old were you when that happened?
10 years old.
And they just took you and your whole family and said, "Gotta go."
Yeah, they took everything from the German people. Everything. Yeah. They put different people in the house. I got a book when you want to read it. From
Yeah.
my, I show you, I bring it out. I don't want to hop anymore. I said I have to learn how to walk.
Well, I heard you got a shot in the knee.
Yeah, for that I can walk now. It's
So what language is that book in?
English.
Okay, so I can read it.
Yeah. Ooh.
And what's the title of it?
I don't know. That's my cousin. See, that's my relatives. He had a sister in Sackville that they brought it. That's the husband, that's the wife, and that two kids. And that was the mother from them. And that's the father. That's my dad's uncle.
You said Sackville.
Sackville, they was living there a long time.
Do you know how to spell that?
No.
Okay.
It's in there in the book.
Okay.
That guy that write the book.
So is this a book about your family?
That's how did they do in our town?
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be interesting to read.
You
So how long have you had that book?
I don't know. I buy it last year.
Okay.
He did write the book.
That's the author.
Yeah, that's our relatives.
Oh, that's your.
He was a teacher in Marshall for, I think, 36 years.
Where?
Oh,
Marshall?
Marshall High School?
Yeah, he was
Oh.
for soccer and he was for gym and he was, I think, teaching Russia or others. Yeah, he retired me 36 years from over there.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. His mother is into the wedding picture. I was in the wedding that time. I was
That's gotta be
9
weird to have a
years
history
old.
book kind of written where your family's in it, you know?
9 years old when they got married. She was only 17 when she got married. Here, see how they in the old country the wedding that time.
Did you wear a dress similar from the old country when you got married?
I had a dress. I didn't have no bride or
Okay.
nothing.
No?
I got married. Our witness was the priest cook.
The priest cook?
Yeah, and the bus driver was the children bus
Really?
driver, Yeah.
When you say
And-
old country, why do you say old country?
I don't know, they said old country, so.
Yeah, so is that Germany?
No, that's Yugoslavia.
Yeah, Yugoslavia.
See, that's Yugoslavian people. They was picking the grapes here. That's the bride here. And
So that's where
the
you're really
group.
from, Yugoslavia.
Yeah, Yugoslavia.
And where does Hungary
Look
come
at
in?
that was my uncle's house here.
Mm-hmm.
But you should see it how it looks now. Look at that. What the other people did.
Wow.
He built that house, my uncle.
Your uncle built that house.
Yeah, he was yeah. He built a church too in our town.
Oh, wow.
Do you remember the name of the church?
No, I was too young.
Was it Catholic or Lutheran?
Catholic.
It was a Catholic church.
Yeah, Catholic.
Yes.
We had 3 churches in town.
3.
Catholic, Serbian, what they
Okay.
call the Serbian, on the Oklahoma.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So did he interview you for parts in the book?
No.
Oh, because he says, thank you for your interest in our family. I didn't know if he
Yeah,
used
well,
some of your
he's
stories.
he's our family,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So does your family have like a lot of copies of this book, or is this the only one? Or
I bought it. I don't know. Some,
okay,
My cousins, they all bought one, and my relatives in Chicago. This, when it says from that big Velika Pisanica, that's our town.
okay,
Yeah. It says
Oh.
9 miles long.
wow,
Your town is 9
Yeah.
miles? That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And had one street went to cemetery, and the one street I know where went there in the other town.
it was probably McDonald's.
No, there was no McDonald's there.
Well, one street to the funeral cemetery, the other one to McDonald's.
You know the partisans, they had come in the night when
Yeah.
the people were sleeping, and then they took from the people the cows and who had a horse, big wagon and stuff. The men had to go and take it, meet them. And our house, that back, we would go hill up, and on the other side hill down. There they would stop and put a chain on the wheels, so it doesn't run down. And that one night, that was raining, and did it come. And in middle by the church there was that guy is in Milwaukee. Well, he died a long time already. They had what they make the flour, what they call that?
Bakery?
No. They grind it.
A mill?
Mill.
A mill?
Yeah,
Okay.
they had a big, I don't know, two levels, a big one, and they had a big tavern and a restaurant. And across the street was a store, and they took our milk, from my cousin. He went all the time to get for the farmers the milk. And they did come in the night and they burned it all down. Our school and that, they burned it down.
So the,
And then
the
they
Russian
took,
communists did
no,
that?
Tito.
Tito.
Wow.
Yeah, so they did come in the night. It took some young people away and they never saw them again.
That's,
My father, he couldn't sleep in the house. He was sleeping in the field,
really?
hiding, yeah.
Oh, because they would go
They-
after
they-
the men?
Yeah. And one night they catch them anyhow. He went by a Serbian in the house playing cards. And they was coming, the partisans. Because he had a son, he was by the partisans too. But we was good with them,
Right.
You never thought, they will. And the man said to my father, well, Shandor, my father was Alexander, but they called him Shandor. Shandor, where is you Hitler now? Yeah, he said. And they took my father along. And when they did come down there, they burned it down, and there was what the men go for shaving and haircut and
Sure.
stuff.
Barber?
Yeah, barber, and there was by the partisans a man. He was from where my father was born. There was a different town farther away, and he knew my father. They grew up together.
Sure.
He was a Serbian. And he said to my father, Shandor, he went in there, he was powdering himself in there, and he said, run. He said to him, run. He said, I'm not all the time with them that I can help you, So he ran, he stayed on the cemetery. And he didn't come home in the morning, and we didn't want to kill 2 pigs,
Yeah.
For it was all close to Christmas,
Sure.
And the water was boiling already and everything. He doesn't come. And once he and the other guy, one guy that come, then he said what happened. And then they said they're going in the city.
Sure.
So they left, both of them in the train in the city. And then the next day, German soldiers did come. And then they took us out. They took us in the city. And we was anyhow butchered, my grandpa and the neighbor that come and butchered. Now where you want to take the meat for 2 pigs along, And we didn't have nowhere to go in the city. So they put us in the school there. And now they said that meat must something done because we'll spoil. And
Sure.
that one who had the school, janitor and his wife, they said, come on, so that you can fry all meat up and put it in they had that where you put the lard in the big things and put it in between the lard and, and so they did, otherwise it would spoil everything.
They put it between lard.
Yeah,
So the lard with the salt preserved it?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. For two old people, they had 2 rooms in a small kitchen. So don't forget, was my sister, John, 3 kids, and 3 grown up. In one room, me and my sister, we were sleeping on the floor. And in the middle of the table, in the cooking, my mother had to cook with them old people. And they had to pass in their own bedroom through our. And the old man died not long ago when he was there.
Really?
And I was scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus, I said. And then we was there, I don't know how many months. My brother he was born over there too,
So-
Frank.
So this whole time, were you afraid a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Yeah.
And then we went back home, And we didn't go in our house. We stayed farther down where no, we went home. And then evenings, we went sleeping with the soldiers. The first with the soldiers, they had with wires put cross, so that time nobody came go with the wagons through and nothing. We were sleeping in the barn, in the hay. And in the morning, we went home by the house.
But at night, you'd have to go there and hide.
Yeah,
No, again,
and
how old were you at that time again?
I was about 9 years old.
9.
And my brother was a few months old, Frank.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so was that like the last you saw your dad for a while, or?
No, my dad was sending me dust when the
Okay.
soldiers, German soldiers,
Okay,
did
once
come,
the German soldiers came
Yeah.
in and stuff like
They
that.
didn't come then in the town, see? They was
Okay.
afraid from the German soldiers.
Well,
Yeah, but they was so...
So you were never hurt, right?
No.
No one ever did
No.
anything.
so why were the Germans coming after you guys?
But they helped us.
They helped you.
Yeah, they did come and helped us. They took us out, and they watched,
Okay.
Yeah.
So
They,
I was getting confused on why German soldiers were coming and who you guys were afraid of. Was it afraid
from the Tito.
The Tito.
the Tito?
Yeah.
And that's from the
You will
Russia?
read their
That's-
partisans.
Yeah, we were going to read that.
They're
That's what Gail was talking
partisans.
about?
Yeah, I
Okay.
said Russian,
Yeah.
she says Tito. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they
That's
said-
different, yeah.
But the partisans, the Tito was the leader, like here, president,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking Russian versus German,
And then,
and you guys are in the middle.
yeah, and then they said, now my father, they went to the city, we had still our beds and most stuff by the people there. They will go evening over there, and in the morning they will put everything in the train and come and get us, and we will go somewhere, I don't know, down in Srem, Bachka, where my husband was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And in the morning, my brother and me we went on the depot, my parents. And the train didn't come once. And then there was a war in the other town. And the soldiers was coming in our town by the depot. And he was yelling to the German soldiers, leave. He says, they will eat you up. He was coming wounded. And my brother was smart to me. He says, Katie, you go home and get my grandfather and my sister, and come. So, yeah, 9 miles long, and there was on the depot on the other end, and we was far almost on that end. So I went home, and I couldn't find my sister. She was with the people on the field, and my grandpa was with the cows out. So I went back on the depot again. When I did come down, nobody was there. My brother went with the soldiers. He left me there with the Germans, and so
Where was your mom at this time?
They was still in the town. They put the mines under the bridges. The train couldn't come.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I mean, how did you and your brother get out?
Well, I didn't get out. My brother wanted me, the soldiers.
Yeah.
And he was smart. He sent me home and he left. And then he was by my mom and by my father, and there was more from our town. They went get the stuff, and not only my parents. And then when I did come home, oh, the yard was full with the partisans. Full, full. And from the hour where I was born in the other town, there was 3 men from over there, partisans. And he was in the yard there. It was nice. That one that want to marry my mom when they was young. He said all the time, I'm waiting for your daughters now.
What did you call them?
Huh?
Party?
Partisans.
Partisans.
It's you see
Yeah,
the
okay.
partisans.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn some stuff here and there.
Then they come back from the city. She did come through the corn and through the fields, and she says I should go meet her. My father did said bring them 2 girls along. But my sister, she was never home. She stayed by the Hungarian family. She was afraid, and so
Was she older than you?
yeah,
Okay.
and so. She did come. She said I should meet her over, far down. There was my grandmother, and I was walking. I had a little baggage, tied something up, and I was walking, and a partisan comes. He said to me in Croatian, "Little girl, where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to my grandmother." So we went through the field, through the corn, barefooted.
But you were by yourself.
Yeah, me, the woman, I went.
Yeah, with a woman, but like not your mom or
No,
anybody.
no. So we went through
It's just
the.
so weird, eh?
We had
It's just
to
so
go-
different.
We had to go through 3 towns, and then we did come. She had relatives there, and then we stayed overnight by them. And in the morning, that man, he took that, that what they cut the grass,
Mhm.
and he put it on the. And the woman, she had a basket, she had clothes. I had 6 dresses on for that woman, for her daughter.
You had them on?
Yeah, I had them on. And then we walked, on the cement, the highway. My feet,
You're so wrong.
barefooted.
Yeah.
I couldn't walk anymore, and there was coming a big wagon, and in the back was sticking a stick out, and the man said, sit on it. So I said,